Hello, and I'm back again with another video that nobody's going to watch. Today we're talking about getting better at art, and 14-day challenge. So, let's start off by saying what the 14-day challenge is. Right, there's a YouTuber called Istebrak, and she has a YouTube channel, of course, because she's a YouTuber. And she does a lot of art videos and critiques, and sometimes tutorials, but not so much these days. And she has a Google Plus area community, and they post their artwork there for critique. So the 14-day challenge is a study of a face. So for example, you could do a male face from the front, you could do a female face 3/4 view, but you're studying one type of face. Generally, it's not usually a specific race. Everything's kind of neutral and westernized, I guess. So I've been studying the male face for a very long time. I started this last year, and it is a 14-day challenge, but I've not been doing it consecutively for 14 days. I think I did the first, say, 3 or 4 days consecutively, sort of. And then the rest was just on and off. The last time I did it was in October, probably. October of last year. So this is my day 7, which I did in Critter because I don't have access to Photoshop anymore. And there should be a process video playing in the background. So the deal is I'll be posting these artworks of the 14-day challenge, and I'll usually get a comment or two giving a pretty decent critique. I can only really say there's maybe been one critique that I didn't find useful during the whole time I've been in that community, but they're pretty good. I do recommend anyone who's interested in art and improving their art to check it out. I went from the most flat looking thing, disproportioned drawing of a male face ever, to something that actually has a lot of contrast and could pass for semi-realism. I'd really like to hit that realism mark, but I am quite the while away from it. Critiques are so important to get with your artwork because you're not just blindly drawing. You know exactly what you're aiming for. You're always adjusting, and your mind, the way you think about things and analyze things is constantly going to be changing if you're getting critiques. And that really made a massive difference with my artwork. If I wasn't getting critiques, I don't think I'd be able to make a face like this. Well, to draw a face like this. Contrast is so hard to understand sometimes, especially when you're just starting to do painting as an artist. Because when you have line art, you don't usually have to worry about contrast because the line art is usually dark enough to counter the lack of contrast you have in your colours, in your base colours, especially if you're doing something like cell shading, which I do a lot. So this, I didn't even do a sketch for this base. I just drew it. I have no idea how I did it. I was using multiple references of the male face to kind of understand the shapes I want to portray in the lighting, the kind of contrast and how some of the forms interact with each other. That's what I used the reference for. This is not a copy from a reference at all. It's just it's basically just my understanding of how the male face works in one art piece. If you want to improve your art really quickly, you're going to have to do these kinds of studies. You're going to have to do multiple versions of the same thing over a period of time, getting critiques, trying to understand how realism works better, trying to get better with your colours, your uses of brushes. I only used one brush for this. Okay, that's a lie. I did use a different brush to get the pupils perfectly circle, but this whole thing was done in one brush. It's a really weird brush in Critter, but I just love the texture it has on it. I honestly think this is the realest face I've ever painted in a program, and I'm pretty impressed with it. It was probably definitely a mistake for me not to have written a script for this, and I am regretting it because I'm probably repeating myself, but I hope you get the gist of what I'm saying, and I hope you like this speed paint video. I guess enjoy the video and enjoy my highlighting, and I guess I'll see you another time. Also, I did submit this in the Google Plus community, and I was told that my contrast wasn't enough because the background was probably too dark. So next time I'm gonna need to up the background brightness and up the lighting, and hopefully I'll be on my way to drawing a really awesome realistic face. Anyway, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in another video, maybe. Bye.